Hey everyone, I am Shayla Jade and this is Chocolate Cake 101. So, today I'm going to give you what you've been asking for, son. Today, I am going to do this video that has been requested by so many people because this is what I talk to a lot of people about. And that is, we're going back to the self-concept series. Hold on, I gotta fix my hair. We're going back to the self-concept series, which I didn't really leave it. I kind of stuck close to it. But we are going back to the self-concept series and we are going to talk about specific topics. Today, we are going to be talking about self-concept and relationships. Now, normally, so I'm sick and tired of whenever I do these videos, you can't see my arms, but I want you to not be able to see too much of my thighs. And I don't, all this, it's there in real life. It's just not as in real life. So I feel like I'm giving y'all money shots that you didn't pay for. My Cash App is going to be in the description though, so, But anyways, I love myself. I'm so serious and I know y'all know that. All right, so we always talk about self-concepts, but this topic specifically, I'm not even going to play games because I know you guys like to keep these videos short. So in order to keep this under 15 minutes, we're going to talk about specifically self-concept and romantic love. They call it SP, or specific person. I am not here for your love life, but fine, let's talk about it. So real quick, specific person doesn't necessarily mean someone that is your lover. It just means a specific person. However, in the spiritual, aka self-concept community or law of assumption community, most of the time your SP is someone special. Someone special. All right, so first of all, let's recap, because a lot of people are saying, you didn't see the video on my self-concept. I think it's like 30 minutes. And I know that you have that time. So I'm going to put a link above and you're going to see the video. Click on it, whether you watch this video first or whether you go to this video and then come back. I don't care. But check out the video on self-concept because I go into self-concept more deeper. I go into it deeper. But just to give you a nutshell, basic self-concept is how the world around you is made up based on your perceptions about yourself and about general topics and specific topics. So people think that you have, I am going to talk about free will, but let's just say you can make up the world. You think that the world is made up around you, but really you are making up the world based off of what you believe is true in your head. What you believe is true in your head gets I just use the word manifested because it's becoming this bubblegum word, but gets materialized in the world around you. That's why everyone has their own version of what's true for them, or what the truth is, or what they saw, because your point of view is getting made up and built up based off of what you believe your belief is, what you believe. You'll miss things will look like this, blah, 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 whatever. So people talk about self-love all the time. This is self-love, but to me, it's a step up because, like I said in the video, self-love is loving yourself in a deep way, no matter what happens. Self-concept is not even allowing yourself to believe that you can fail or to believe that things aren't going to happen in a bad way for you. And when you're first getting into self-concept, you're having to redevelop or unlearn and relearn. You're having to make new beliefs. So you are going to get wobbles and weirdness, but if you persist at it, and we're not even talking about weeks or years, we're talking about you can change your reality in days, and people do. This is just based off of the story that you're telling yourself in your head and being able to use your mind as your power. So there's also a mental diet video on my page. You can check that out as well. All right, so when it comes to self-concept, there's going to be different topics because you have different topics of your life. So this is going to be your beliefs about how you feel about things in general, and then what you think you're worthy of, or what's going to happen, what you think is logical to happen in your life. You're going to have those thoughts about money, about people, about kids, about adults, about bosses and jobs and coworkers, about places of cities you want to go to, about how safe that you think you are, about religions. You're going to have opinions and beliefs based off of your life experience and what you have allowed yourself to believe. And I'm going to be very honest, in this day and age, and it's been going on for a long time, there are things to purposefully manipulate your ideas, such as the television. I was talking about yesterday's episode when I was talking about, what was I talking about yesterday? I was talking about, see, it's a new day, baby, new day. Oh, what to do if what you want, if you've manifested something unwanted. I was talking about how people are trained how to act through television. So these kids are watching TV shows or movies. The mouse gets hurt and he acts hurt. Instead of acting brave and like nothing happened. So you're trained, and I'm not saying that the emotion isn't real. I'm saying it's a trigger response based off of the beliefs of what you've known since you were a kid. So we do what we think we're supposed to do. If somebody lies, we automatically get mad that they lied, not even looking into the story of why they lied. Was it a white lie? Was it logical? Do I understand? So instead of it's all these things that we're just trained to just. I think I said yesterday, the girl gets her heart broken. She's trained to eat a box of ice cream, brownies, and cookies and be sad, rather than her being trained to, like in the movies, you don't see her going out and living her best life or laughing. You know, she gets her heart broken. You don't see her laughing. No, you see her crying. That's a trained response. So now that's what you do when you get your heart broken, when maybe you're not that heartbroken. Whatever. So anyways. That is self-concept and triggered responses. So, examples of self-concept, general concepts when it comes to romantic love, right? These are just like rules of society that aren't necessarily true, but if you believe it, you'll see it. Like some women believe that all men are dogs, and those women are going to encounter dog-ass dudes. T has a high school friend on Facebook. All she does is hate on men all day and tell stories of how this guy did this and this guy did that and he ain't worth this and he ain't worth that. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to attract more dog-ass stories to tell people on Facebook, and anybody who does see it is not going to want to give you a chance because they see how crazy you are. But whatever, that's a whole other story. So that's an example. Another example that might turn into a belief is men thinking that all women are gold diggers, so now he's only attracting gold diggers. Or even on a more intimate level, you believe that your body is ugly, so you are weird when it comes to being intimate because you're afraid of your body or you're scared of your body. It's things that you do because of beliefs that you have. Or maybe you believe you're not worthy of love, or you're not worthy of a faithful relationship. Or a lot of people, especially in these day and age, have toxic traits. Like they feel like love comes after something bad has to happen. It's very weird, but it doesn't have to be you. Like I said, beliefs come from, I'm looking at notes. Beliefs come from all around you. The television, books that you've read, what your teacher said in school, what you went through in school. Some people don't believe in interracial dating. Some people, and they would never do it. Some people, that's all they do. There's just so many things, but it's based off of how you feel. Some people have never seen real love and don't believe it exists at all. But you're never going to see it if that's what you believe, because that's your self-concept. And a lot of this goes with not feeling safe and with not feeling worthy and with not understanding that it was even a possibility. So if you never saw, my parents have been married happily for 40 years. So I know what love is. But there are people who've never seen this. And that's okay, because I think we're working on it. We're working on it. So that is self-concept. how to change it. So if you are experiencing something in your reality, and this comes with love relationships, but this is everything, you guys. This is the relationship with you and your boss, your relationship with your coworkers, your relationship with your friends at school, your relationship with your teacher, the college that you want to go to, how you feel that you'll be able to afford. People have audacity all day, every day, and apply for things that they are not qualified to do. And they get it because they're confident. So this really is about what your beliefs are and what you feel that you are worthy enough to have and confident enough to do. See what I'm saying? So how do you change this story if you don't like the story of, if you have a relationship and you don't like it, or if you are crushing on somebody and they don't like you, or if you're in a wibbly wobbly situationship or baby mama drama, whatever. And that goes for that too. Any type of relationship, you guys. The first thing you do is you have to understand. I'm gonna do a whole, like I said, I'm gonna do a video on free will. But free will, people think that free will is, first of all, so many people don't even know what free will is. A lot of people in these free countries think you're free and you're not. But that's for a whole nother, that's for my dark side. We're not going to talk about that. I've been acting light for the past year, but I'm about to go back to that left hand. A lot of people think that when you start to change your reality and or change people in your reality, you are imposing on their free will. You can see it that way if you want, but your free will is the freedom to have things in your reality as you want them, have people treat you the way you want them to treat you, have things to go the way that you want them to go. Or you also have the free will to be insecure. You have the free will to think that he's going to cheat on you, or that you're not worthy enough of a committed relationship. You have the free will to believe that nobody stays together. You have the free will to believe that things aren't going to work out. You have free will to believe whatever you want to believe. And whatever you believe, you are attracting through your thoughts and your emotions, okay? So, you have to understand, one, you don't have to believe that you can change it, but you do have to start doing the work. And that goes to, one, I've said it all the time, you got to dead the old story. If you are experiencing something that you don't like, you got to stop telling that story. Stop saying it in your mind. I used to call the dude I'm dating an asshole. And I also used to say we weren't compatible. And then I realized I was saying that stuff in my head and it was manifesting, even though we had so much in common. So whether you do have things in common or not, excuse me, that's stupid. You always have something in common with the people in your life. So it's about focusing on what works or focusing on what doesn't work, because whatever you focus on will grow. So you have to let go of the old story. Stop calling up your homegirl. Stop telling your homeboy of the bullshit that you don't like, and start in your head and out loud focusing on what you do like. And sometimes if that's nothing at all, then don't say shit. Just let it go. Just think peace and love. Focus on peace, focus on love. So that's one thing. Then you have to tell a new story. And it could be whatever story you want. My lover is so affectionate. We have the best sex ever. Life is so good for us. What does Sammy say? He is so loving, he is so kind, and our relationship is so healthy. And again, this is all about lovers, so I'm trying to keep it lovers and not kids and family and bosses and parents and da-da-da-da. But in lovers, we have you can tell a new story. You can tell that story and then think about all the wonderful ways and wonderful things that you do in ways that it's true now. Or you can realize that you are creating your reality from here going forward, and you can say, yes, so from now on, he is so kind, he is so loving, and our relationship is so healthy. From now on, she treats me amazing. From now on, she pays some of the bills in the relationship. However, you get to make up whatever you want, okay? Hey, whatever you want. This is your world. It's your world. So you make up the story. She does this, she acts that way, this is what I have. Women love me. Women treat me wonderful. Everywhere I go, women think I'm attractive. Even if you're not attractive, you can make up a story in your head that people love me and think I'm attractive. And you are and then you feel that, and you let that be, and you be your best self, and watch people tell you how attractive you are. People will tell you the story in your head. I promise you, it's the truth. Then, as I was saying, you persist. Everybody talks about this. I'm not telling you something to you guys. You can look up any law of assumption. video. And we're all saying the same thing. We're just saying it different ways, and that's okay. There's basketball coaches everywhere. There's hairstylists and makeup artists everywhere. There's self-concept coaches everywhere, because this is important, and people do need to have more control over their life. So you persist in the story. You might get bits and pieces of the old story. That's when you ignore that reality. You handle it as much as possible without really responding to it, but you get back to the new story. People get off track, you get them back on track. They get off track, you get them back on track. You get off track, you put them back on track. You just keep doing it. And you persist with confidence, with courage, with audacity, with boldness. You don't have to be hateful. Some people don't understand that being cocky or conceited and being like a narcissist or being mean are two different things. You can be a loving, kind, cocky person. Me, I know I'm beautiful, but I think other people are just as beautiful as I am. I'll give you a compliment just as much as I'm going to receive one, because I know that there's more love to go around. There's so much love, and love wins, so why not win like a winner? And we win, right? So you persist in the assumption. That's what law of assumption is. It's persisting in a truth until you form that in your reality. And then you don't go back to the old story. I can tell you how many times I have changed my reality and then told my friend, girl, he used to be an asshole. Girl, you wouldn't believe what he did a long time ago. Leave it alone. Let it go. Because if you keep going back, all you're doing is paying attention to reality that you don't want to recreate. So you let it go. All right? That's all. But let me just give you some real quick examples. If you guys are fighting all the time and you don't want to fight, I have said this so many times. A lot of times how you're being treated is how you're treating yourself. So look in the mirror, and I have a video about that, mirror, mirror on the wall, everyone is you pushed out. But still at the same time, affirm we have a loving relationship and we get along so well. If you don't believe that you guys get along well, he's so funny. I love his personality. We laugh all the time. If you have a bum baby mama, baby daddy, that term is so funny to me. He treats my kids so wonderful. I love how he shows up for our children. Yo, that's a good one. I don't have any kids, but if you do, I love how he shows up for our children. I love how he always gives me money for our kids. I love how she shows up for our children. I love how she always gives me money. If you get to change your reality, and don't go back, quit talking shit about the person and thinking that they're going to fall through. Give them and yourself the benefit of the benefit. Okay? It is that easy. It is that love. You can change anything. You can do anything, but you have to believe that you can. You really don't have to believe that you can. You just have to do the work and persist and force your reality. You guys call it forcing. Sure, that's fine. But manipulation isn't a bad word. Our society has just made it a bad word. Manipulating or being the magician, I got my tarot cards. Being the magician is about drawing to you, magnetizing to you what you want, because you are the magnet. So life is not about what you get. It's about what you make out of what you get. And you get to choose. That's what free will is about. Anyway, that's enough for today. I'm going to edit this and be out and Life is good, man. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to check out the other videos on my page. Like I've been saying, I really care about how our world's going. I used to not, right? But then I realized these crappy ass people these crappy ass kids, they grow up and they raise crappy ass kids. Next thing you know, you're dating an asshole, or your daughter's dating an asshole, or your son's dating an asshole, and you don't want that. So let's all come back together so that we can build our community back and be happy as we can, because we can be. Anyway, I'm Shayla J. Please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, screenshot, hashtag, screen record, send to your friend, use it in an argument, and build off of these relationships. My love is your love. Bye, you guys. Peace.